Hey everybody, I'm Tim Hockett. Welcome to America Divided, We Can Do Better. Today I want to offer some armchair thoughts on law and order. In our divided political environment, the issue of law and order is front and center. We're going to talk about where the law comes from, why we should obey the law, and what we should do if we really don't like a given law. If you think about it for a second, you realize that you can divide community regulations into those that reflect plain old common sense of right and wrong, like you can't kill somebody, can't break into someone's house and hurt them or steal their stuff. And then those regulations that provide for order, like putting stop signs at a blind intersection, or not making a loud fool of yourself by getting drunk and bothering people, or, like driving on the right side of the road. So there's law and there's order. Most laws reflect our community values, but not all. We'll get to that later. Over time in America, we have legislated federal, state, local laws, which are usually referred to as codes. Undergirding the law is always some sort of enforcement mechanism. The police, fines, quasi-police like rangers, and in the past few years, even cameras that take your picture if you run through certain red lights. How do I know about that? Don't ask. As I've said in previous videos, most of us have no problem with obeying the law. We understand that neighborhoods and school zones should be places where we drive slowly. We want to be secure. So we like it that it's not only bad form to hit somebody, but it's against the law, and I might go to jail if I assault you. But sometimes we question the need for laws, especially those that we think are too restrictive of our freedoms. Like, should I have to wear a helmet if I ride a motorcycle? Or should I have to limit my speed in a certain area? Or should I have to wear a face mask if local health authorities mandate it? Then there are laws regarding personal freedoms that nearly divide our country right down the middle. I'm thinking about guns and their regulation. I'm thinking about abortion and who decides that. And the many new laws either protecting gender identity or restricting it. Well, here's my unsolicited advice. When facing the law, your first choice should always be to obey the law, even if you don't agree with it. By doing so, later, if you make a case against that particular law, you can hold your head up as a model citizen, despite your differences with the opinion and your opinion with the law. Second, if you have an axe to grind with a given law, seek change ethically. In other words, think through your thoughts until they are crystal clear so that you can give an answer for your grievance. You don't want to be a doofus by objecting to a law and only finding out later the good reason that was behind it that you didn't know or you didn't understand. Next, find the jurisdiction to seek change that's appropriate to that law. Doesn't do any good to bother the local mayor to change the U.S. Constitution. And it doesn't do any good to go to a U.S. senator to get a local rule changed for walking dogs in your local park. Once you've identified whom to talk to, write down your concern and present it. You'd be surprised how effective a single citizen can be in improving local, state, and even federal codes. At this particular time, I know that it's almost impossible to amend the Constitution. We'll talk about that later. Along with the law comes its enforcement mechanism, usually the police. And I urge you, please, honor policemen and policewomen, whether they're local, rural, state troopers, higher ups, FBI, until or unless they become lawbreakers. I can affirm that almost every law enforcement person is not only good at what they do, but an exemplary citizen. Imagine for a moment what their job must be like with a mandate to give equal treatment under the law in a very divided society. A lot of days, their jobs must be hellish. So I say honor them. Sometimes local, state, federal laws can be wrong. I think slavery was wrong. It's wrong now, and it was wrong way back when it was common in America. And for this reason, we fought a war. And just as importantly, we amended the Constitution. Segregation was allowed by law in many states, and subsequently those laws were changed. Laws governing private sexual behavior are still quite common, but as time goes by, they too are being modified or abandoned. So when I say obey the law, I'm not saying sit still. If you think we should have fewer or more laws regarding a particular issue, then as a good, well-informed citizen, make your views appropriately known. When people are angry and divided, they often want to shortcut the law. Bad idea. In their ire, they want to either defund the police, or maybe they want to create their own alternative vigilante movement. Bad ideas. Let's use our government, our communities, to implement change rather than dismiss the government through law breaking. Someday I'll address the concept of protesting. Until then, I want you to think these things over, and I want you to be good. I don't want to have to come bail you out. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Tim Hockett. Hey, before you go, I want you to know that I value your thoughts and your questions. I do have 3 favors to ask. First, please subscribe to this channel, America Divided, We Can Do Better. 2, make time to watch all these little videos. And 3, please share these videos widely. Together we really can make a difference. I hope you have a great day.